In this tutorial, we will cover importing your student database into DataLink 4. DataLink 4 will allow you to bring in your student database, which includes the student's first name, last name, and student ID number. This will enable you to link all tests scored using your Apperson scanners to a specific student by their name and ID number. There are two ways to add a student into the database. The first is to perform a bulk upload, and the second is to add a student one at a time. When adding large groups of students to your database, a bulk upload would be quickest. Most gradebook programs will allow you to export your student information into an Excel worksheet, which you will want to do. When you export that information, your report will look something like this. The export process may have exported more student information than is shown here. You will need to remove any extra information from your report so that you only have the student ID number, student's first name, and last name in that order. The file should not contain a header row or column headers. The report should simply contain in this exact order student ID number, student first name, and student last name. Right now your student information is in an Excel workbook. We are going to need to change the file type to CSV, comma-separated value format, to be imported into DataLink 4. To change the file type from Excel to CSV, click on the Office button, or if you're running an older version of Excel, the File menu and scroll down to Save As. Select the Excel file type you wish to use, and then a pop-up box will appear. At the bottom of the pop-up window, you will see where it says Save As Type. This drop-down menu will allow you to select which format you'd like to save your file. Scroll down to CSV, delimited, and click on that. If you want to change the file name, you may do so now. Click on where you would like to save the file, and then click Save. A warning box will appear, letting you know that this new file type will not support a multi-tab workbook. That is okay, as we only need the information on the top page. Close this file. If another window opens asking if you want to save the changes you made, you may click No, as we have just saved this file. The new CSV file can now be imported into the DataLink 4 student database. Open your DataLink 4 program and open the student database. To open the student database, click on File and scroll down to Student Database. A new window will open, allowing you to view the contents of the student database. Being that this is the first time we're using our student database, we don't currently have any contacts listed. There are two ways that you can get the CSV file into the student database. The first is to drag the file and drop it into the student database window. This will transfer all the names and ID numbers from the CSV file into the student database. The other option is to use the Import button. When using the Import Students icon, you will need to click on the icon and then navigate to the location on your computer where you saved the file. Once you select the file and click the Open button, the students will be added into your database. There is no limit to the number of students that can be imported into the database. A single classroom can be imported by a teacher, an entire school, or a district can also be added all at one time. If DataLink will be shared among several teachers, we recommend adding all of the students in the school at once. That way, no matter which teacher is using the scanner and DataLink 4 program, their students will be listed in the database. Once the student database has been imported, it will be available for immediate use. You don't have to click Save. Once the files have been imported into the database, if you exit and then return to the student database, the student information will still be there. Your grand total of students in the database will show at the bottom left of the student database window. If you only need to add a single student or just a couple students at a time to your database, you can do so by clicking on the green plus sign at the top of the page where it says Add Student. This will put your cursor at the bottom of the page where you can add the student's information. You can then type the information into the first column and tab to the next column until they are all filled in. If you only need to add one or two students at a time, this would be a good way to add their information. For adding larger groups of students, it is best to use the drag and drop feature or import student icon, as it is less time consuming. You have now successfully created your student database. To learn how to export and share your student database with other DataLink 4 users, view our online tutorial on exporting the student database. If you need additional information on uploading your student database, please contact a member of our technical support team at 800-827-9219.